Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here, and today I'm answering one of your conundrums. You've been asking me what type of buttercream frosting do I like to make, and I'm going to show you today the perfect recipe, and that is a Swiss meringue buttercream. Now, most oftentimes people use a basic buttercream recipe, which is what I have here. It is typically just butter and confectioner sugar, and while it's tasty, most times it's really sweet and it's also very thick, so it doesn't spread evenly, it doesn't swoop when you're decorating cakes. Today I'm going to show you the Swiss meringue buttercream, which I have here. It's super soft and silky, so you can frost cakes like a professional, and it's actually almost just as easy as making a regular basic buttercream. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Now, the first part of making a Swiss meringue buttercream is making the meringue, and that is egg whites and sugar. Simple, that's a meringue. So I have 6 egg whites here, and I'm going to put them into the bowl of the stand mixer with 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. Typically, with meringues, whether you're making a French meringue, a Swiss meringue, or an Italian meringue, you need twice as much sugar as you have egg whites. So I have 6 egg whites, which is about 6 ounces, and 1.5 cups of sugar is 12 ounces. So I have a pot of simmering water here, and I have my bowl right over the top. Whisk this egg white mixture together over the heat, and what it's going to do is it's going to dissolve the sugar into the egg whites and heat the overall mixture so that it's safe to eat. With your whisk, and I'm using the whisk attachment to my stand mixer here, just make sure that you scrape down the sides of the bowl so that any granules of sugar that are along the side get mixed in. What I like to do is just dip my finger in and see if you can feel any grains of sugar. You want to make sure you do that, because if they're not dissolved before you put it onto the stand mixer, they will not dissolve and you'll end up with a grainy, crunchy frosting. So now this goes onto my stand mixer here, and I'm going to start with the whisk attachment, and this goes on high speed for about 7 minutes until it's nice and fluffy and it's almost quadrupled in volume. So our Swiss meringue has been beating here for about 7 minutes. So I'm going to switch out my whisk attachment to the paddle attachment here, and now add the butter. And I have 4 sticks of unsalted butter that are at room temperature, and that is going to go into our wonderful egg white mixture here. So the great thing about a Swiss meringue buttercream is the Swiss meringue adds such a great lightness to the frosting mixture itself. So that really allows you to swoop and coat cakes evenly and pipe generous amounts of frosting onto cupcakes. When you add the butter, you want to wait a little bit until the butter is incorporated before adding the next tablespoon or so. Now, most people are very intimidated by a Swiss meringue buttercream because they think that their buttercream is gonna break. But there's a really easy way to bring back your buttercream if that does happen. Whether it's too loose, you can bring it back by cooling the mixture down while you're whipping it, or if it's too firm, heating up the side of the bowl while you're whipping it. And now for a little bit of flavoring, I'm gonna add some vanilla extract here, but you can use any extract that you like. Orange is really great. A little bit of almond. Almond goes a long way, so be very careful about how much you add. Peppermint is also really great. So our buttercream has become nice and thick. What we need to do right now is we need to turn the mixer down to a very low speed. And what this does is it knocks out all of the air bubbles within the frosting so that you have something that's really smooth, and you'll have a nice appearance for your cakes and for your cupcakes, whatever you're decorating. The frosting is soft, it's silky, it's ready for decorating your cake. I always like to pipe Swiss meringue buttercream frosting. You want to make sure that whenever you're filling a pastry bag that you press all of the frosting into the bag, eliminating any air bubbles. And I have some chocolate cupcakes here, but again, you can use this frosting on any cake, on any type of cupcakes. Wherever you need frosting, this is the one to go to here, and it pipes so easily. I'm just gonna do a tall amount of frosting there. And there you go, a lighter, smoother, even less sweet frosting that the professionals use. You have the recipe now, enjoy.